Welcome to another exciting episode of This Town Brisbane. We're here at the Brisbane Bandits training session. Today we're up for some laughs with Tara at the Just Saying comedy competition final. Okay, let's go check it out.
Okay guys, I hope you are ready for some laughs. We are at the Just Saying comedy final. Who knows what's gonna happen? Ah! Okay, so Steve is basically in charge of tonight. He's running the whole shindig. Can you basically tell us what's going on, why we're here?
We're here, this is the culmination of actually 2 years worth of work now. A few years ago I noticed that there was a severe lack of good quality open mic comedy rooms in Brisbane, so I decided to open one. Being a comedian myself, I know what goes into a good room, the feeling, the setup and everything like that. So I started doing that, and then I wanted to give the comedians something to work towards.
For those of you that are here for the first time, I'll let you know what's going to happen tonight. We've got 10 acts coming up. There are only 2 rules in the entire competition. The first rule is that all material to be used on stage has to be original, right? So if you see a joke and you've heard it before, or you've read it on the internet, or your fucking dad told it to you, or something like that, that person will be disqualified from the competition. But seeing as how all the comedians got here tonight on their own steam, I don't think that's going to be a drama.
Okay, well, hey stranger, I think you'll recognise this face. Now, we all know Scott from a few other shows that we have going on at Bris 31 Digital. So, Scott, what is your involvement in tonight?
Tonight I am the judge, one of the judges, and also support act, so I will be up doing my thing in front of a crowd, which is a bit different because I don't have a teleprompter, but, you know, we'll wing it, we'll see what happens.
I think you'll be fine.
Oh, thanks.
So, is this your first time here, or were you here last year?
No, last year I was actually in the competition and got to the grand final, well, unbeknownst to me. I was just, okay, and got disqualified for going over time. They're a bit strict on that, which is fine because at least I can go with my head out high and say, yeah, the reason I didn't win is I got disqualified. No, I would have been stomped pretty hard because the competition last year, just like this year, is just amazing, and a lot of guys a lot more polished than my few silly jokes. So, yeah, no, it's a good night out, and something that everyone should support, the up-and-coming comedians here in Brisbane.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please give it up for the fantastic comedic stylings of none other than Mr. Scott Black.
Let's hear it for Stephen J. Wiley. Look forward to his movie coming out, The Hobbit. This is why we can't have nice things. I'll just do it this way then. So as you might hear from my accent, yes, I am American. Oh wait, hang on. There's something I have to do at everything. I'm sorry for everything. All right, now that we got that out of the way. It's funny how Steve said he's not going to get a root tonight. What is your hand mad at you too? Naughty, nice, senor. I have no idea why it's Mexican. It just happens. Mine's Filipino. I'm not sure if it's a ladyboy or not. Thank you for offensive humor. All right, well, that's been it for me. I'm Scott Black from Late Night Show. Of course, you can always check us out on TV. Please do, because we're lonely. And we're not used to this, you know, laughter. But it's going to be a tops night. I hope everyone's pumped. Are you pumped? All right. Now I'm going to ask Steve to come back on stage. For some reason, I think someone needs to fix this. And I'm not good with stuff like that. Thank you very much. I've been Scott Black. See you next time.
this girl out a couple of weeks ago, and she just goes, "Oh, no. You look like the Milky Bar kid." So I was like, all right, none of this sweet chocolate for you then. I won that little exchange. My dad is actually quite a funny guy though, to be fair. Like recently he asked me to unstack the dishwasher. And I didn't want to do that, obviously. So I hit him with one of my wittier replies. I said, "You're a dishwasher. Ladies, restrain yourselves." And he's come back to me straight away with, "Yeah, your mum's a dishwasher. Owned." And then he does this, right? He goes, "Do you hear me use the lingo, right? Give me a high five, Dave. Give me a high five, because I'm cool." "No, Dad, I'm not going to high five that. I don't know where your hand's been. You're a racist." I found all that particularly funny, though, because as much as my dad was just trying to be an idiot and go, "Oh, your mum's a dishwasher," my mum thought it was a sexist remark about how she always does the washing up. So Dad had to unstack the dishwasher. So I turned to my dad and said, "Owned," and high-fived my mum. You guys have been fantastic. I'm David Topham.
So, who have we got here? What is your name?
Mitchell McCutcheon.
And your name? Michelle Jansen. Now, you guys are, both of you, you're not performing. You are performing, though.
I'm doing a quick warm-up of the crowd, yeah.
He's last year's winner. That's why he's back. Yeah, so you
And that's why I keep her around, because she brings that up everywhere.
Here's my boyfriend.
Yeah. Winner. He's a winner.
He's a big winner. Yeah. So, yeah, you did win last year's competition,
I did.
but are you competing tonight?
No. Just doing a quick spot for Steve and just a sort of formality, really, I think. Yeah, not a big deal.
So for those that are competing, they're probably quite nervous.
Absolutely.
What would you say to them? What advice would you give an up-and-coming comedian?
Don't watch my opening spot and be put off by how good you're meant to be. So I was in the valley today, right? Just walking by myself, and I noticed a cop coming in the opposite direction that was just like looking at me very intently, and it just made me like a little bit edgy, you know, like a cop's looking at you, you just want to be on your best behaviour. And then I realised that it was a lady cop, so my ego started to kick in a little bit, like, oh, maybe she's checking me out, maybe I'm looking good. And it was just this really weird mix, like, have you ever felt nervous and sexy at the same time? It's like, whoa. And I realised it must be how women feel all the time, you know, like they're walking by themselves and a guy's looking at them and it's like, oh, he's checking me out, I must be looking good today. Hope he doesn't attack me.
It's pretty hot, isn't it? I'm sick of people telling me to enjoy summer. Like, I don't like summer. Like, I sneezed into my fan today and it blew back onto me. That's probably the most refreshed I'll feel till April next year. I don't like summer. But, did you hear the Pope has Twitter now? Pope has Twitter. How's he got time for tweeting when his hands are always busy? Am I right? Don't you think that's a bit desperate for the Pope to have Twitter? It's like, you're too accessible, mate. Like, he's like, oh, it's just too much. I think religious people can be quite desperate at times. Like, they're always on their knees for God. They're like, I love you, God. Praise thy name. And God's just like, yeah. I love you too. Like, as a friend.